Many residents who lived on the street and were deprived of human touch and attention, even having their hair combed, is an emotional cure and helps in the progress of rehabilitation. Residents are divided into four groups, depending on the degree of well-being. Group 4 consists of the most disturbed women and those needing the most care, such as new arrivals. Group 3 residents have basic self-care skills. Women of Group 2 are in the final stages of rehabilitation, and Group 1 residents are those waiting to return to mainstream society. I am impressed about the transformation of the residents, how these women, when newly arrived at the Banyan and stationed in Group 4, would progress to Group 1 within a period of 6 to 12 months. The residents are encouraged to participate in group activities, generally some kind of art craft project. Regardless of the activity, the underlying idea of these exercises is to engage with the residents' hearts and minds, and even a simple task, such as peeling vegetables, is beneficial on the way to more structured endeavors. Once the residents progress and become well, they are asked to develop a vocational skill, which will serve them once they will return to mainstream society. Each task is considered valuable and instills in them a sense of belonging, contribution, and acceptance. For women who were homeless for many years, it can be a slow transition from looking through garbage bins in search for leftovers to learning how to properly consume a meal. Supporting women to relearn these skills is an important part of the staff's job. The cause and types of mental illness are many. Mental illness is in some of the women genetic. In many others, it appeared to be triggered through environmental factors. Once the women show progress in their mental health, they then progress from one group to another. Each step of the progress by the women is officially marked as a group shifting ceremony, where the entire community acknowledges the progress of the individual and the reasons of the shift is reinforced. Apart from fun and dancing, the ceremony is a great incentive for the others to step up and move forward. Since the foundation, the Banyan has rehabilitated and reunited a number of residents with their families and made it possible that so-called lost causes were able to return to their communities. But in many instances, the residents are not able to return to their families. The vision of the Banyan is that no person with mental illness should be locked away in an institution, but has a right to lead a life of dignity and to live as part of mainstream society. This vision led to the concept of the Banyan Village, where the community members receive continued medical and psychological support. At the same time, the community strives towards self-sufficiency by growing their own vegetables and fruits, prepare their own food, and maintain a small enterprise to generate income for the community. Designing and producing the self-made crafts is an integral part of the daily routine. The residents take great pride in it, seeing it as a form of self-expression and contribution to the income of the community. The stories of the residents are as unique as the individuals who stand behind it. Also in the case of Priya Bertini, the head cook of the Banyan village.
நான் மெட்ராஸில் வாழ்ந்துட்டு இருந்தப்போ என் ஹஸ்பண்ட் கூட இருந்தப்போ எனக்கும் என் ஹஸ்பண்டுக்கும் சண்டை நடந்துச்சு. எதனாலன்னா பிள்ளைங்களை ஸ்கூலில் சேர்க்கலாம் அது இதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு சண்டை போட்டு ஊர் விட்டுட்டு மெட்ராஸில் விட்டுட்டு வீட்டுக்கு போயிட்டார். விட்டுட்டு மேட்டூர் டேம் ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர் ஆகிட்டு போயிட்டார். அதனால் என்னால் குடும்பத்தை நடத்த முடியல. மனநோய் என்னை பாதிக்க ஆரம்பிச்சிது. பிள்ளைங்களை ஸ்கூலுக்கு ஒழுங்காக அனுப்ப முடியல. ஒரு நாள் திடீர்னு வந்து ஸ்கூலுக்கு பிள்ளைங்களை அனுப்பலை, நான் பிள்ளைங்களை அழைச்சிட்டு போயிடுறேன்னு சொல்லி பிள்ளைங்களை தூக்கிட்டு வீட்டுக்கு அவர் இடத்துக்கு அழைச்சிட்டு போயிட்டார். நான் 15 வருஷமாக பேனியனில் இருக்கிறேன். நான் ஹெட் குக்காக எஸ்எல்ஜியில் சேர்ந்து கோவளத்தில் வேலை பார்த்துட்ருக்குறேன். நான் இப்போது இந்த வேலையில் நல்லா சந்தோஷமாக நல்லா சேலரி சம்பளம் வாங்கி நல்லபடியாக இருக்கிறேன். இப்போ நான் என் பசங்களை பார்த்துட்டு ஊருக்கு போய் அவங்க கூட சேர்ந்து இருக்கணும்னு ஆசைப்பட்றேன்.
The aim is not only to provide care to current residents, but also enable rehabilitated residents who return to their families and communities to take the future course of action after recovery that will allow them to lead a life in community. Here, the women are taught how to organize themselves to get microcredits from the bank, which will allow them to launch small enterprises. With a microloan of the bank, the women can buy raw materials, manufacture, and sell them on the market. The outpatient clinic provides the former residents with free psychiatric consultation, as well as lifelong free medication and follow-up. The clinic also gives support to the families for coping with stress and emotional problems caused by mental illness in the family, and provides care for the public who are in need for psychiatric treatment but cannot afford it elsewhere. The Banyan aims to provide localized access to mental health care and ensures that mental illness is detected as early as possible and treated at the family level to prevent homelessness due to mental illness. I accompany one staff member on a house visit to meet up with a young woman called Devi who became